In Enugu, I greet every one of you, and I want to use this opportunity to appreciate every one of you. I want to commend you for the attitude you have shown so far, especially with regards to what has been happening here in Enugu State. I want to appreciate every one of you because you have shown great attitude and you have shown great character. I know that the moment is very difficult. I know that has been a lot of questions that have been left unanswered. But I can assure you that the Enugu State that we know will be restored in no distant time. I can assure you that the Enugu State that we have always desired will be restored in no distant time. I have always maintained a particular stand whenever this sort of issue is a subject matter. I have always maintained that the Igbos are the most industrious people on earth. I did not say Nigeria. Most times when I make this point, people tend to refute this particular point. But I have a reason why I say that. Take out an Igbo man from the Nigerian economy, you will see his relevance. Take out the relevance or take out the position of an Igbo man in any economy in the world, you will see his relevance. Therefore, when we say that the Igbos are the most industrious, we are not saying that because we are from this extension. We are saying that because there are facts. There are facts to prove this argument. And therefore, when an Igbo man fails to become industrious, we should checkmate the ecological factors that may have affected that ability of an Igbo man, because it is an innate ability that God has given to an Igbo man. That wherever he is, he must extend his horizon and dominate economically. There is no part in the world that you go to, you will not find an Igbo man. And he is showing you that industrious nature that God has given to us. But it is quite unfortunate that some certain things that we no longer understand or completely comprehend is beginning to happen to the Igbo man or to the Igbo race right in Igbo land. And it seems like we are becoming comfortable, but it is something that we must tackle because it is an explosive issue that if failed to tackle at this point, it might explode. And when it explodes, it is going to question the very existence of Ndibo. This issue of sit at home that we have been battling for over 2 years, Ndibo, is this really how we are going to get where we want to be? Is this how we are going to achieve what we said we want to achieve? Before now, when you look at the states in the southeast, when you look at their GDP, when you look at the indices that make up their GDP, you find out that Enugu State is one of the most developed states, economically, socially, and the rest of it. I believe that you know that before now, people come all the way from other states in Nigeria to invest in one business or the other in Enugu State. Now, these are things, these are opportunities that we attract to our dear state because of the tranquility, because of the harmony, and because of the easygoing government that God has blessed us with throughout. Now, I need you to take a look at our economy as at today. I need you to look at the indices of our economy, our GDP as a state, what we have been able to raise as a state. All these things have been negatively affected by the nefarious and the notorious sit-at-home that was imposed on us. Have you looked at the economy of the southeastern states ever since this sit-at-home began? As a human, I completely understand the feelings of those who were unfortunate with the incident that happened at Obeteme Market the other day. In my own understanding, there is no justification to the taking of another man's life. As humans, we don't make life. We don't give life. Therefore, we are not supposed to take life. So there is no justification to the taking of another man's life. Therefore, in this regard, I am still looking forward to seeing the government of Enugu State apologize and show proper sympathy to the families of those who were involved in that unfortunate incident at Ogbeteme Market. But I want us to understand that the governor of Enugu State, what he's trying to do is to restore the Enugu State that we know, is to restore the Enugu State that we have always known. The dignity of Enugu State must be restored. The prestige of Enugu State must be restored. That tranquility and harmony and peace that Enugu has always been known for must and should be restored. And that is exactly what the governor is trying to do. I feel so embittered each time I come online and I see a lot of discouraging posts, a lot of discouraging write-up about the governor, simply because he's trying to restore the Enugu that we know. Have you taken your time to go around Enugu State on Mondays? All the investment that would have parachuted Enugu State to the economic height that we desire to be, all shut down. The level of retrogression in our economic growth has become so pronounced that we are beginning to lose our economic relevance in the Nigerian economy. Go and look at the indices of the Nigerian economy today and look at our contribution ever since this Sit at Home began. This is not the Enugu State that we used to know. This is not the Enugu State that we desire to see. And that is what the governor is fighting. I went around Enugu State yesterday to monitor the things he has done. I saw security operative everywhere to guide you, to protect you. But people are still living in fear. This is something that has been installed in the people of Southeast, fear. This is what we must fight against. And this is what the governor of Enugu State is trying to fight against. It's quite unfortunate that in the processes of fighting against this, lives were involved. I do not think that there is a government that comes into power and then their number one priority is to take lives of those that went to the poll to vote for them. I do not think that such a thing exists. Those of you who are against the steps taken by His Excellency, Barrister Peter Mbah, what are you expecting? It is quite unfortunate that in his effort to curb this menace in Enugu State, in his effort to bring down these nefarious activities in Enugu State, lives have been involved. And I know, and I'm very convinced that this was not his intention. It is quite an unfortunate scenario, but I can assure the people of Enugu State that from what I have seen from my own standpoint, that the governor has the people at heart. He has the people at heart, and I believe that with time, he is going to unravel his plans and, by the special grace of God, bring back the Enugu that we used to know, the Enugu that we desire to see and to behold at all times. So please, I wish to use this medium once again to commend the people of Enugu for their attitude and their character, especially in this period. It is worth commending, and I must appreciate every one of you. I am also an indigene of this state, and I love what I have been seeing from the indigenes. So I want to commend every one of you, and I pray that Enugu State becomes better. And I know that in no distant time, our dear and lovely Enugu State will be returned back to us, to our own enjoyment and to our own satisfaction, as we have always desired. So I enjoin the people of Enugu State to please support the governor for this huge step that he has taken to restore peace and tranquility in Enugu State. When this is achieved, we all will be proud. I remain Timothy Ugochukwu Nnamani, a concerned citizen of Enugu State. God bless Enugu State.